My charming and fair-minded Libra friend, hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. On Libra, there is a hush beneath your usual ease this week, as if a quiet current is running just below your surface. You might notice yourself longing for clarity, seeking to understand a feeling that won't quite resolve, or a thought that keeps dancing at the edge of your awareness. There is a restlessness here, not loud but persistent. Perhaps you sense it most in the quieter moments, a subtle tension between wanting to speak your mind and not wanting to disturb the balance you work so carefully to hold. In conversations, you might find yourself listening a little more closely, searching for cues, feeling the need to weigh your words before you let them go. It's as if you are waiting for a sign, something to point you in the right direction, yet the sign hasn't quite arrived. This sense of anticipation, this gentle inner pressure, is not uncomfortable, but it is certainly alive. It's the sensation of being on the verge of something, a decision, a realization, or simply a new way of seeing yourself in relation to the world around you. You may not have named it yet, but you can feel it. There is a question hanging in the air, and it is yours alone to explore. This week, your inner landscape is shaped by the Page of Swords. You may notice your thoughts are sharper, more alert, picking up on details that others might miss. There is a keen intelligence guiding you now, drawing you to examine situations with fresh eyes. The energy is youthful, almost impatient, but not reckless. It is the urge to understand, to question, to test what is true and what is merely comfortable. You might feel pulled toward honest self-reflection, or perhaps you find yourself probing others' words for sincerity. There is a mental clarity rising in you, though it is not always easy. With this clarity comes a vulnerability, because seeing things as they are means letting go of illusions, even cherished ones. You may find yourself feeling exposed at times, as if you are revealing too much or stepping out from behind a carefully crafted mask. This can bring tension. The desire to be fully seen clashes with the instinct to protect your softer places. Still, the Page of Swords invites you not to retreat from this edge. Even as uncertainty flickers, you sense that questioning is necessary, even healthy. Your emotional stance is one of curiosity, tinged with caution. You are eager to understand, but mindful of the power of words, your own and those of others. There is an underlying hope that by naming what is real, you will find relief. Yet there is also the awareness that truth can disrupt, even as it heals. You might notice yourself rehearsing conversations in your mind, imagining how honesty would feel if spoken aloud. There is a desire to resolve inner contradictions, to set down the weight of what has been left unsaid. This is not an easy stance, but it is authentic. You are holding space for your own uncertainty, allowing questions to rise without rushing to answer them. In this, there is quiet strength, the kind that comes from being willing to look at life as it is, even when the view is unfinished. From this alert, questioning place, your path begins to shift. The need to understand, to clarify, naturally gives rise to movement. It is as if your restlessness finds a direction, seeking not just answers but experiences that will help you grow. The tension between wanting to protect your peace and craving truth propels you forward, subtly shaping the choices you make and the way you respond to the world around you. Now, as you step further into the week, the Page of Wands makes itself known. Here, the energy changes from cool discernment to something warmer, more immediate, a feeling of momentum gathering behind you. The questions you have been holding begin to look for outlets, and there is a sense of anticipation, like a spark waiting to catch. You might feel a pressure to act, to try something new, or to express yourself in a way that feels untested. The world around you seems more alive with possibility, but also with friction. Old routines may suddenly feel confining, and even familiar relationships can take on a charged quality. There is a distinct push and pull, a desire to leap forward colliding with a need for grounding. You may find yourself energized by new ideas or unexpected invitations, yet you are aware of the risks involved. The Page of Wands brings excitement but also impatience. You could notice restlessness in your body, a subtle urge to move, speak, or change your surroundings. This is not a week for passivity. There is an almost magnetic pull toward engagement, toward creating something or at least experimenting with what could be. At times, the pressure can feel like a challenge, asking you to step beyond what is known and comfortable. You may encounter resistance from yourself or others as you try to reconcile this new energy with your desire for harmony. Yet there is also a sense of possibility in the air, a feeling that by leaning in, something meaningful will emerge. This is the friction of growth, the momentum of a story just beginning to unfold. The path, however, is not predetermined. How you meet this energy, whether you resist, embrace, or gently explore, will shape what is possible for you in the days ahead. The potential that waits is not a guarantee, but an invitation. Only by staying present to your own experience, by noticing both the excitement and the hesitation, can you begin to draw out what wants to grow. As you allow yourself to be changed by the week's unfolding, the possibility of the Empress emerges. Here, growth is not forced. It is nurtured by your willingness to meet yourself fully. The Empress is not about quick results or dramatic change. Instead, she offers a gentle invitation to create a sense of abundance from within. When you engage consciously with your questions, your restlessness, and your desire to act, something softens. You start to notice what you have already cultivated in your life, the relationships, the comforts, the quiet supports you may have overlooked. There is a warmth that begins to replace tension, a sense of being grounded even as you explore what is new. The Empress signals the possibility of feeling at home in your own skin, of trusting your instincts, and of allowing your creativity to flow without judgment. This is not a promise that everything will be easy, but it is a reminder that growth happens in cycles, sometimes quietly, sometimes with a flourish. You are invited to recognize the beauty in your own process, to honor the ways you adapt and respond to change. By being present with yourself, you create the conditions for something meaningful to take root. The Empress does not rush. She trusts that with care, patience, and authenticity, what is needed will bloom in its own time. Looking back across the week, all three cards weave together into a single living thread. The Page of Swords opened the door through honest questioning, by letting yourself see what is real, even if it is uncertain. The Page of Wands carried that energy forward, urging you to experiment, to play, to risk new forms of self-expression. And the Empress, waiting patiently at the far end of your journey, invites you to settle into your own abundance. Each card speaks to a part of you, the thinker, the explorer, the nurturer. Together they tell a story of movement from tension to possibility, from uncertainty to gentle acceptance. Even if you do not have all the answers by week's end, there is comfort in knowing you are exactly where you need to be. Your mind is awake, your energy is stirring, and your heart is ready to welcome what comes. The process is not always smooth, but it is honest. In the quiet moments, you can feel a steadiness growing, a sense that you are both the question and the answer, the seeker and the one who finds rest. Let yourself notice the small signs of change, the gentle shifts in mood and clarity. Even as the world continues to move around you, there is a part of you that remains rooted, capable of growth and renewal. This is your gift, Libra, the ability to hold tension and beauty together, and to find balance in your own unfolding story. Actionable insights for Libra this week. You might gently try listening to your own questions without needing immediate answers. You could allow yourself a small new experience today just for curiosity's sake. You may find comfort in noticing something already blooming in your life, even if it's quiet. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I notice my thoughts and honor their truth. Each step I take is mine to choose. I am curious, even when I feel uncertain. My energy is enough right where I am. I trust myself to grow in my own time. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.